follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. It is Follow the Money, live on Black Friday and in downtown Las Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. Very busy 3-hour program lined up, as always, here on a Football Friday. We will get into a lot of the Week 13 card that we have remaining, a lot of reaction to what took place yesterday, a game in progress as we speak. We have on to something a little bit later on. Jimmy Ott on the whole Lane Kiffin situation from ESPN Baton Rouge, our best bets as well, Paulie. But this is really something else right now. Philadelphia trails Chicago as we speak. About 5 minutes to play now before halftime. It's 10-3 Bears. And the updated number here is Chicago, your current favorite, -1.5, -125 I'm seeing out there. They're -140-ish on the money line. And the Eagles are now a dog here at +110 to win this game outright. And this would be the never-ending story this weekend with underdogs if the Bears could continue this. And then across the board, what it means for, and we're going to do heavy Survivor today. That's coming up in about 10 minutes here. But what we're looking at right now with the current NFC and the AFC standings, it's upside down, a lot of the stuff is.
This would be horrible news for the Lions as well if Chicago's able to win this.
I would agree.
Because Detroit really is up against it then to make the playoffs. But this rushing attack has been awesome. Swift was 11-1 first touchdown. He has 77 yards. Monangai has 41. Williams missed the guy in the end zone. Would have put him up 14-3. He was under duress but skipped it. And how about the first drive? Why didn't you just sneak it on 4th and 1? Why'd you get cute?
Yep.
I mean, this could be a lot worse for the Eagles right now. Very windy. But again, this has been the story for much of the season. Their struggles continue on offense. Bears getting guys back on defense. Hurts has struggled. They can't get Barkley going. Silly penalties. Other than Swift's 30-yard catch, they haven't done much. So 10-3 Bears here. I'll approach you at halftime.
This is a Ben Johnson special, by the way. The play calling has been absolutely magnificent from the Bears standpoint. The misdirections, the end-arounds, how this team is dominating up front with their offensive line, and the run game has been very impressive. I will say that Jalen Hurts, too. I don't know what that pass was to Devontae Smith. That was 6. That was an easy touchdown. Yeah. And he threw it. I mean, Smith, it was a miracle that he actually got his hand on it like this, trying to reach behind him for that. But that should have been a touchdown. And if they obviously lose this game, then the 1 seed, even though they have the tiebreaker against the Rams, that's slipping.
You want to get nuts? Are they going to win the division? I mean, Dallas could run out here. Stranger things have happened.
Will Philly lose enough games, though? I'm here for everything Dallas related.
I know. That's certainly possible.
But Philly,
they're damn right they could. They'd be 8-4 then.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the Cowboys can absolutely win out.
My God, I said this. I was half joking about a month ago. Schottenheimer, Coach of the Year. Everything they've had to deal with, and if they're able to turn this around and run the table, I
think the guy that we're watching right now is going to win the award.
Well,
Ben Johnson's unbelievable.
Listen, if New England wins 13-14, if the Bears keep winning, if the Cowboys make the playoffs, it's a wild discussion.
I like
your guy. Yeah.
If the NFC is absolutely loaded, who wants to play the Dallas Cowboys right now? Every other team in the league has to privately be rooting for the Lions next Thursday to beat that team.
Yeah.
You don't want to see the Cowboys at all.
And a pretty much close an elimination game on Thursday.
Yeah, loser leaves town match.
Yeah, the way the defense is playing, and Dak put them in the hole early with the interception, and they were great. Excellent job in the second half, and you're right. They are live, and I still don't know what the hell happened on that Monday night game at home against Arizona, who's lost 8 of 9, and that's the win.
Sure.
But it's just an incredible job by Schottenheimer and Dak and even Eberflus improving the defense and the trades and getting guys back. You're right. I mean, they mentioned it several times. Romo going to get enough of it, but that's not crazy to think they could run out.
So right now, that's that matchup next Thursday is the 8-9 seed in the NFC.
Oh, man.
Are you serious?
I can't believe it. Now, we knew with Burrow, because the injuries early on, they can't stop anything rather. But the scenario where even a month ago, no Mahomes, no Goff, no Lamar, no playoffs for these teams.
Yep.
Meant all these star quarterbacks could be sitting home.
Look at this. The back end of the AFC playoff picture right now, 5, 6, 7 goes Chargers, Jags, Buffalo. And the Jags, obviously, they have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs due to the head-to-head. They also have the tiebreaker over the Bills based on better AFC record. The Texans, they are the 8 seed. They own conference the conference record tiebreaker against the Chiefs. So that's why they're the 8, and KC is the 9 right now, which makes Baltimore completely behind the 8 ball, and they're the 10. How do they get into the playoffs now?
How are the Chiefs even money? Mahomes is right. They have to run out.
Yeah.
Why are they even money? Based on what we've watched now.
Yeah, no.
The schedule's tough, but you're right. It starts with Houston. Then you got to play the Chargers. They got to run out, and they're even money. So those odds are ridiculous. And it's right there. That's what we've talked about, though. It's one thing to be 500, but all these teams have beat you ahead of, the 5, the 6, and the 7 seed have beat you, and it's over for sure if you lose Sunday night to Houston. But it's also, the odds have shifted on Houston. And we're getting carried away on Jacksonville as well, $4 to make it. Everything's going their way along with the easy schedule.
Yeah, I really need to get my head examined for not looking more seriously at Houston like 2 weeks ago. Because I'm okay with Davis Mills.
Like plus 115 to make it.
Yeah.
Right now.
And that was maybe not the division again, because Jacksonville, they can beat out Indy, but also like Jacksonville's going to be ahead of them. I'm talking about more like AFC numbers here for Houston. Now it's too low to even consider something like that.
Did you see? We got a couple tweets on this. That a guy said, hey, I took the Bengals to make the playoffs and win the division. Take a peek at the schedule, which I know we'll get to what happened and condolences, but this was an all-time choke job by Baltimore. If they can go into Buffalo and win, and why not? If the defense can force takeaways and they can score, you get the Ravens again, you close Miami, Arizona, Cleveland.
Well, I didn't even look. Like, what's the number on them to win that division?
They're 14, I think, but they're 11-1. 14 to win the division, 11-1 to make the playoffs. They got to run out and get help, but it's certainly if you beat Buffalo, this thing gets real.
Well, certainly, and Buffalo is in a losable. But here's the thing, right? Check that. I mean, Buffalo gets to Pittsburgh this weekend.
Yeah.
So certainly a losable game there for the Steelers at home, no question. The Ravens, the way that they're the current form right now, I know that they had this long winning streak with Lamar, but that was absolutely disgusting to watch that last night.
Yep.
5 different turnovers, and, well, more on that coming up because we'll tie it into Survivor here in about 5 minutes now. But if we get to the AFC and a combination of Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore, like 2 of those 3 or all 3 of those teams are somehow out, look at that field of teams that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think the best bet that you can make right now would be grabbing that NFC in the Super Bowl -1, 1.5, or -120 on the money line. Because what is that number if those 3 teams are not in the playoffs? What's the number if it's the Rams, the Seahawks, the Eagles, any of these teams pretty much out of the Packers now? Any of those teams taking on a team like Indy or Pittsburgh or Jacksonville, New England, Denver?
What's the biggest surprise based on the last, just any direction you want to go?
I think
I can't believe what's going on in Detroit. After what they did to Baltimore on the road, after how they look so good on offense. Now I know you got several injuries.
Yeah, that's a
but
big...
I didn't, and I love the win total under, but I didn't think we'd be sitting here a month ago and the Lions would miss the playoffs. What's happened to the defense? There's no pressure. They can't stop anything.
I know.
And now you're down. You're down Yassin. You're down offensively. You're down 2 tight ends. You're down St. Brown, guys you never heard of catching the ball.
Sure,
but it's just a debacle now with the Lions.
I think what happened last year to the team. Remember, they were by far and away the most injured team on defense. One of the most injured teams ever last year on defense, and they still won 15 games. The offense remained healthy the entire year. Now it's completely flipped, where key guys on defense are still playing, and they're not hurt. They have lost a couple of guys on that side of the ball, but it's the offense like you just talked about. With Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the most important non-quarterbacks in the entire league. But also there's this, why I'm so high on Ben Johnson. Look at what this team looks like in Chicago and compare what the Lions look like this year compared to previous years. It's like he took the playbook with him and nobody decided to make a copy of it in Detroit. And so obviously Campbell overtaking stuff. I mean, there is a massive drop-off there going from Ben Johnson calling plays to now what they have.
Yeah.
But I got to say it's the AFC.
Well, they miss him big time. No doubt about that. I love the handoff on 4th and 3 that never had a chance yesterday.
Yeah.
Which certainly they gashed him a couple times on the ground, but That looked like an awful call.
Well, okay, so you give me that Jordan Love every single weekend, and the Packers might be the best team in the entire league.
Yeah, you owe him an apology. No doubt.
Well, no, I don't, because he doesn't play like that.
Well, but this is his time of year, though, too. Mike Palm had that right, but certainly he can be an elite quarterback when he's dialed in and doesn't make the stupid plays and throws.
Sure.
When the decisions are there and you see that the weapons are there. I don't want to hear it. There's plenty of weapons, not to mention the deep threat in the running game they have. So,
by the way, that would be my apology. If he plays like that every single week, they're the best team in football, arguably.
Okay. It's a great win.
They were awesome.
They were, no doubt about it.
A lot of stuff with the calls, by the way, in that game.
Oh, that was so bad.
Well, which one? The touchdown or the
LaFleur timeout?
Timeout. Now,
there's no way you can hear them. The place is going crazy. They're yelling. They're making noise. You're going to tell me the official can hear them yell timeout? There's no way you can give them the timeout.
I went down a rabbit hole, and great job by the people in that area. They tweeted out videos of this, like right behind LaFleur. Oh, he's yelling at him. He's yelling, timeout, give me the timeout, 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 timeout. So the stuff that you didn't see on TV from people like up in the stands, they got great video on that.
There's no way the guy can hear him, though.
Well, I heard it on video.
But the guy, come on. And he's just going to, then he comes in and signals, then he comes in, and then they already snapped. Come on with that.
I got it. Survivor update coming up. Grandissimo down to 3. We'll go over strategy for those still alive, and I will tell you about one of the 2 no picks in Circa Survivor. The person's not happy.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night? Wow, winning. Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser! Paulie Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
Packers money line plus 160. Dallas plus 165. Bengals plus 350. $100 money line parlay, pay $2,700. And you might get the Bears in there as well. Highest scoring team. Dead heat, I got one of them. Packers plus 750, Cowboys 4-1. Lowest scoring team, Ravens 15-1. Astonishing, incredible. Beat themselves. An absolute embarrassment at home. Most receiving yards, Williams 15-1. What happened? How do you go from no catches to having that monster game? 15-1 on Williams. Most receiving yards, likely 7-1. Most receiving yards by a running back, and he got it on one catch only, Derrick Henry. 22-1. It was that dump off that went for 44 yards.
Is that right?
Nobody did anything. And that was his only catch. First touchdown of the game. Wicks 20-1. Rice 6-1. Henry 5-1. Swift 11-1.
Uh-oh.
Interception Bears.
That's around midfield.
Yep. Boy, the whole place has got the Bears or Bears fans. They're making a lot of noise. Yep, Hurts picked off. Swift 11-1. Wicks 2 touchdowns 25-1. Rice 2 touchdowns, 7-1. A 2-point conversion in the Dallas game, plus 260. At Caesars, Watson to have a catch every quarter was 5-1. And Lamb and Rice, 5 yards each quarter, was 6-1. Great job by Jonathan Davis, who's our hockey guy. Read him every day, vsin.com. He's got plays on this loaded NHL card. You are up 56 units in the month of November playing every game to be a regulation tie. The gift that keeps on giving. That is nuts. Vancouver, 12-1 overrun. Montreal, 13-1 overrun. They're up 1-0 late first against Vegas. The Blues have scored first 9 of the last 10. Minnesota, 12 of 13. Capitals in action coming up. They've had a goal in the first 10, 13 games in a row. Colorado, 16 of 18. They just failed. They're up 1-0 at the end of 1. They did not score early. And in college hoops, TCU plus 550. Subscribe, be part of the team, vsin.com, our radio and podcast friends. You always want to see these tweets and videos at Paulie Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in, we'll put you on. Best Thanksgiving day ever. Down the street at Resorts World, someone popped megabucks for over $11 million. You can see it on the screen. You have to get it 5 of them. Different kind of megabucks. And the person grabbed it, and that's incredible. It's a no-brainer to take the lump sum. But what a 48 hours that's good. The best part about, well, one of the best parts about this is it's not their money, meaning the casino, it's IGT. So they're going to give you whatever you want to make sure you stay on property and gamble. So they'll comp everything, as I would know.
Paul knows, no, absolutely, for the new audience here, Paul knows this because his ex-girlfriend hit it for $17 million. What is this now, 12, 13 years ago?
Yeah. December 12th. I'll look back here. You're right. You're all over it. Okay. How about this? This is at the bar. That's what the name of it is. It's a local spot out here. Locals like to go, 3 or 4 of them. Look, are you kidding? Are you a 50-cent 10-play Ultimate X dealt aces and a kicker, multipliers all over the joint, almost 30 grand? Are you serious? It was not triple-double, though, which pays the same as a Royale with cheese, but in any event, come on. Sit back, relax, lock that sucker up. What a hit. Huge payout. How about a little help prepping with the family Christmas cards, right? Dog coming in, you can lick the envelope? Okay, sure, no problem. Okay. Is that good? Excited to do it as well. You get that? Okay, oh, no pray. I got it. Piece of cake. Good job. Well done, everyone. One lose some. Lions blow it again. 1-8 straight up on Thanksgiving. I know they've had some bad teams in there, but not recently. I mean, you'd think they'd have some a nice advantage as well. Bad job by the Lions again. Well, the line move, sharp plays already there. Since 2011, Jeff and the crew have delivered documented results, public logs, and transparent receipts, trusted by pros, watched by the books. Visit sharpplays.com. Stay ahead of the line. Look for the Mr. Poison tweets, the first touchdown tweets of the primetime games, and all the great info across all the sports. Great sources. AI plays up 50 units. Sharpplays.com.
All right, bad job there by the Bears after the INT. You had the ball starting right around midfield. 7-yard run for Monungai on first down. Then a sack, then an incomplete pass. You have been gashing this team on the ground. Why are we getting creative here and aggressive in the air as Caleb Williams is 11-27 throwing the football today?
Yeah.
He's 11-27, yet this team has rushed for 164 yards, and you're not burning clock now either? Like, you have this team, you have a stranglehold on this game.
They're going to get beat.
Yes, you are.
Just take the game. Take the game.
The Chicago Bears have ran 54 plays so far to 22 by the Eagles. The Eagles have 84 yards of offense. And by the way, as bad as Williams is at 11-27 in the air, Jalen Hurts is 5 for 13, 57 yards and an INT, 4.4 yards per attempt. He's been worse than Caleb Williams, arguably. And, man, it's right in front of you here.
Yep. Take it.
And if you just keep going to Swift, who's been awesome, 11 for 93. Monungai has 9 for 48.
Well, slow down the pass rush. How about a screen?
Sure.
I mean, you got to slow them down a little bit. Do some safe stuff. And now I know on that big third down play, I think it was more, but they had him over the middle, and it would have been a first down, and he dropped it. Could have been a better throw, but this is so now they're backed up. That's at least one thing they accomplished. Philly's at their own 8. So in play now, the total's 30.5. Oh, mama. And the Bears are laying 3. Minus 2.5 at DraftKings, $1.40. $1.80 to win the game.
Let me give you the Eagles' drives. This is since they took a 21-0 lead last week against the Cowboys. 3 and out, kneel down to end the half, 3 and out, punt, 3 and out, missed field goal, lost fumble, punt, field goal, 3 and out, and another 3 and out. Those are the drives, thanks to Josh Dubois on X for recapping that, going back when they were up 21-0 against Dallas last week. Can't do anything offensively. And by the way, the Bears again this week are without their 3 best linebackers. And now here's Hurts again back to pass, and there's a big gainer to get out of the goal line situation.
A.J. Brown, big.
Out to the 25. Eagles are plus 124 to win the game, plus 135 now DK as it continues to move. And the Bears are 2.5-point favorites.
This is getting juicy.
Oh, my God, is it ever.
Grandissimo is over if the Bears win. And Circa Survivor's down to 49. Boy, this guy can get creative. This Accorsi guy, there'd be 49 left, and he would have 4 of them.
So
Tony Farmer coming in studio. I can't wait. This is what unbelievable story that this guy was out. He couldn't use any. What is this? Roughing the passer. Get lost. He didn't have any of the favorites on Thanksgiving, so he did 2 Chicago, he did a Cincinnati, he did a Dallas, and he looks like a genius now. Oh, man.
Oh, what's that guy doing, man?
Oh, yeah. That was stupid. He tried. Oh, I let up. Yeah, okay. You blasted him.
It's
Oh, that was way late.
like 4 steps, man. And Hurts had the ball released for like 3 seconds. You can't make that. You can't make that dumb boneheaded play out there. And now Eagles are down to plus 105 to win the game here at DraftKings as they're approaching midfield. And
Just
boy,
like
oh
that.
boy,
Flipped.
that was such a terrible offensive possession by the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Now here's Barkley, gets about 4 or 5 yards there. So that team total that you talked about, the second half team total was 14.5?
14 and a half, yeah.
Okay.
For the hooks, it was big there, but yep.
I'd say. I mean, I think if you bet that over, you have to have a touchdown on this drive, pretty much, is what it comes down to.
Georgia scored. They're up 10-3. 19 and a half in play, 46 and a half the total.
And Hurts just took off for about a 30-yard run.
Boy, did this flip. Oh, my God. I give them credit. I mean, if they're able to go 92 yards here,
Sure.
just like that, I mean, that's...
They're $1.20 to win the game, not DraftKings.
Oh, man.
They were plus 160 in that neighborhood not that long ago. And they have finally got a drive going here after we ran. And there's a touchdown. We're behind here, but it's got to be, I'm going to guess, what, a long pass to either, it's got to be Brown or Smith.
Are you kidding? They just went 92 yards in 2 minutes?
Yeah, in the span of it didn't take long at all.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he airs it out. I can't see. Who does he got?
Brown. I think it's Brown. No.
Yep. And now they're $1.88 to win the game.
Yep, A.J. Brown. Oh, boy. That is unacceptable.
Just like that.
That is silly.
Oh, awful job here by the Bears. That's terrible. You had the ball twice already, and you couldn't do anything offensively. You picked off Hurts. That's a 5-play drive, 92 yards in a minute 54. And now the total is back up to 36.5 for the game. I can tell you this, what nobody wants. Overtime.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Oh, juicy. Be juicy, my friend.
People would be...
He got blocked. He blocked it?
Yeah,
He
no
blocked
good.
the extra point.
No good.
All right.
All right. Tony Farmer does a great job following Survivor contests. We'll get into all this. It's absolutely bedlam. That's coming up next on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Busy sports day across the country and pretty much in every single sport that we have, including college football. Tip of the cap to Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss today. They went on the road to take on their intra-state rival and pounded Mississippi State, got the job done. They're going to go to the playoff now. But what happens next with Lane Kiffin? Jimmy Ott joins the program from ESPN Baton Rouge, and he is on the Progressive Guest Line. Jimmy, happy Thanksgiving week, man. So is it automatic, in your opinion? Are we going to get news tomorrow that he's going to be the next head coach at LSU?
I'd be shocked if it didn't happen that way. And happy Thanksgiving to you guys as well. He agreed in principle a little over a week ago, and then he sat down with Keith Carter, the Ole Miss AD, and many of you may have seen his release, and you can read between the lines. He wasn't happy with the outcome of that meeting. LSU had a December 1st deadline to try and get something done a couple of days before the national signing date. And Frank Wilson has been the chief recruiter on staff even when Kelly was around, and he's kept that thing together. They've only lost one commitment since. And so everything's pointing toward LSU and Ole Miss. He can change his mind. Just don't think so. And, right when James Franklin was fired, they were in Bloomington and Oxford, they put an offer on the table. 2 days later. And Lane didn't sign this for a reason.
Yeah.
And so, he agreed in principle, 7 years, $90 million, $25 million player budget guaranteed. He is maxed out at Ole Miss. He has the best conference winning percentage since Johnny Vaught, and that's the 60s, and that includes coaches like Tommy Tuberville, Houston Nutt, and David Cutcliffe. I mean, that's not a bad group, but it's just not a level playing field with all schools in the SEC and Ole Miss, and he's gotten a lot out of them, and that's why they're so upset, because they gave and provided about as much support as he asked for, but it's just not quite enough. Or he knows he can have more of a loaded deck at LSU, Auburn, Florida, Alabama, and some of the others. So, I hear a lot of time, what has he ever won? Well, geez, I mean, first 11-win season in the history of the school. They've been playing football a long time and 60-year span. No, he hasn't won the big one, but man, there's different expectations that UConn, Ole Miss, and I know Ole Miss is in the SEC, and I know the new format of roster building with NIL has tightened the gap between Ole Miss and some of the heavies, but it's still not the same.
Oh, well, okay, so you called this last time you were on. It'll be a bidding war and LSU will win it, but it goes back to what he's walking into, and you're right. Orgeron gone 2 years after winning a title. Kelly didn't last long. There are huge expectations there, and do you think he's deserving of this money and to get it done, and that like Pat Forty tweeted, the Ole Miss ceiling is the expectation at LSU.
Yeah, no question. Much more pressure here. And I would say this, Paulie, I think he's actually a better fit in Oxford than he is in Baton Rouge because Lane, they say he's matured. Okay, if you say so. He's gotten older, but I don't know about the maturity.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Cash-in tickets is what it's all about.
This type of stuff. He hugs and kisses the field reporter after she interviewed. You're getting the whole shebang with him, all right? The trolling on social media. That's not going to be the Ole Miss people kind of looked away because they were just happy to be on the map. They were just happy to be playing in relevant games. It's a program that never made it to the conference championship. And so it's just he's going to be more scrutinized here. It's not Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles as far as a media market, but damn it, you got just as much media covering LSU football as you do any NFL team in the country. And that stuff it's not going to play as much. But he is by far, I think, the most qualified in the sense that he gives LSU the best chance at success. When you talk about Eli Drinkwitz was your next choice, he's 25 or 24 in the SEC. His 25 wins, he doesn't have one against a team that finished with a winning conference record. And Summerall's probably going to go to Auburn, and I think he's got some good things. But this guy's done it in the SEC with less. And so he guaranteed he's going to have that player budget because all of them, he whines about it a lot, but he's pretty good at evaluating talent in the transfer portal. And Kewan Lacey's got 20-something touchdowns last year. He only had 24 carries at Missouri a year ago. That's evaluating talent and also putting guys in his system in the best position to survive. So minus Jackson Dart, all of his quarterbacks put up numbers, but none of them come close to being any type of impact in the NFL. So you get the whole bag. I mean, he comes with some baggage. He comes with the sideshow, the shenanigans. But I do think he gives LSU the best chance of success because he's done it in this league and he knows what it takes to have success in this league.
Yeah. By the way, a long touchdown pass, about 20-plus yards from Caleb Williams. Was it Cole Kmet, I believe, who scored? Yes. Extra point is good. 24-9 Bears. 6:19 to play in the game. They're minus 10,000 to win the game right now. Holy smokes. As we continue talking to Jimmy Ott, he's on the Progressive Guest Line, ESPN Baton Rouge. So you said, I would agree, Kiffin's a better candidate for Ole Miss than he is at LSU. Is he a better candidate for the job than Brian Kelly was a couple years ago?
Mitch, nobody knew Brian Kelly was going to put it on cruise control. I thought he wanted to, a better roster to try and win it all. He couldn't compete in the two playoffs that he got to with Notre Dame. Funny thing about Notre Dame is everything he was asking for, they've given to the new coach. So he may have never left if they had that much administrative support, with him when he was there. But he was just checked out, man. Just lazy. Just never saw him. I saw Lane Kiffin at more of my son's high school games than Brian Kelly. I mean, he just didn't like recruiting. He wasn't good at it. The whole my family, man, what the hell is that, man? Come on. So, but he was, it's funny. Scott Woodward drew a line for Lane Kiffin's name 4 years ago because he didn't want to deal with the off-field shenanigans and all this fight behind the scenes. And LSU should pay him and move on. It doesn't look good. I agree, but they feel they have a case, and part of it's because the reason they drew the line through Lane Kiffin is the biggest complaints about Brian Kelly, but I just didn't think he would put it on cruise control like he did when he got it. So, and also, to be fair, the rules have changed in building your roster since that job was offered 4 years ago. And he's one of those older veteran coaches that just didn't adapt as much as the others. So Kiffin's still hungry. You know that. He's going to work it. And so his roster, I think he's just going to have an improved roster. And I'll be that. My Ole Miss friends tell me this as well. Last year's roster was more talented. We know about Kiffin and his teams traditionally. They really score a lot, but they compromised on the defensive end. 6 players drafted off the defense last year from Ole Miss, including the first rounder in the interior line for the Arizona Cardinals, who, when healthy, he's wrecking shop. Mm-hmm. So, no, nobody thought that Kelly would miss this bad when they hired him 4 years ago. No.
Couple minutes left, my friend. You love Auburn tomorrow? Tell us why.
Yes, I do. I've been waiting for this game for quite some time, and I've seen much better Alabama teams go into Jordan-Hare and have all they can handle. Alabama's one-dimensional. They just can't run the ball. I know that's Auburn's weakness, their defense, their pass defense, but they also have maybe found a quarterback. Rough start in his first one against Kentucky, but he accounted for 450 yards and 4 touchdowns at Missouri and that overtime loss. So they may have improvement there. They just stuck with their investment a little bit longer with Jackson Arnold. Just like in the NFL, whether it's a draft pick or a salary, they're going to give the guy more chances that they have more invested with him. But this kid is better, and Alabama's so public. I mean, they were the number 1 bet team, the opener against Florida State 2 weeks ago. They're number 1 public team against Oklahoma. They're betting them like Saban's still there. So, the odds makers are inflating it a little bit. I like Auburn to win the game outright.
Any opinion on the A&M and Texas game coming up tonight? That's 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 out here on the West Coast.
Real simple, better team. The better team. A&M is a little cushion to make the playoff. They're not looking for any cushion tonight. So I think in Marcel Reed in year 2, he's much more dependable than Arch Manning in year 1 as a starter. And I think A&M, this is their year. They're an impressive group. The first half against South Carolina was bad, no doubt. They probably got lucky there. But no, and Elko's a line of scrimmage coach. There's no gimmicks with him. I think A&M's got a real find in their head coach.
All right.
How about LSU, Oklahoma? Quick, you like the under?
LSU under 2.5 total points. I mean, how are they going to score? They can't block mediocre to bad fronts. How are they going to block these guys? And 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. Man, I think it's low scoring. I like Oklahoma. I like under LSU team total. I just think it's going to be a rough day for Oklahoma. For LSU against that Oklahoma defense.
Yeah, you can follow Jimmy on X at Jimmy Ott 1045 for ESPN Baton Rouge. That was awesome, man. Happy Thanksgiving again, and have a great weekend.
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
You got it. Great call. He's got the gumbo ready to go as well. He nailed this 2 weeks ago. Make the holidays unforgettable with Omaha Steaks. Top quality meals and memorable gifts that bring everyone together. Each steak perfectly aged and hand-carved for exceptional flavor. I love the burgers, the steaks, the sausages. And as a VSiN exclusive, you get 16 free smash burgers with any order of $129 or more, plus 50% off site-wide. omahasteaks.com/VSiN. omahasteaks.com/VSiN. Great gift. Do it now. Delivered right to your door.
It's over. The mystique is dead. Not just this year, but moving forward. Am I on something or onto something? You decide next on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, let's try to put a bow on what happened this weekend, Circa Survivor, if that's even possible, as Mike Palm joins the program now. An emergency visit here from the maestro, who is the VP of the Circa Resort and Casino, Golden Gate and the D here in downtown. I don't even know how to express what we just watched over the last 2 days, Mike?
Well, Black Friday was Black Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
How would you like to have the money line dog 4-team parlay
Big
from
one.
the last 2 days, huh?
Big payout.
The unthinkable.
$100 paid 14,000.
That's all?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty decent, I'd say.
That's all.
I think Tribuco had it. He thought this could happen, and he's one of the people that got knocked out. And condolences there. What's that like to talk to a member of the Dream Team, where you lose but you win? What was that like?
You lose, but you win. And the guy talked to me about the ride, just the ride, the whole process, getting the team together, and then when you suddenly get down in Grandissimo, now you're down to 12, 13, 15, and getting into the last 6. It's just an incredible time. It's been the best month of his life going through all of this, and it's pretty amazing. So, this morning, Jeff Benson, the little general, sent us a text, and he said to be ready to make decisions. The text was sent to Derek Stevens, myself, and Will Case, the best credit guy in the world.
Damn right.
Just be ready. There's 6 guys, 3 are out, 3 are in. We got to make decisions quick. The game kicks at noon today. So I'm thinking we're going to take a lot of Bears +7 for the ones that had the Eagles. We're going to take Bears money line. What are we going to see today? Guy needs a $400K line. He wants to make a bet. I'm like, ooh, how's he going to split this up? I was texting with both of you. How do you split it up? You split up some 7, Bears +7. No, it's a guy that had the Ravens last night. He wants to bet on the Eagles money line, hopes to lose and pick up the $1.15 million.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Or he covers and a little more his entry fee.
Sure.
With the Eagles line money bet. So either he picks up a little bit of money or he's picking up $750 for his efforts.
Sure. Was that the one person who got a hold of you guys?
Yeah, that was the one. Now we don't know what people did in other states and with other people, and there's a lot of things. There might have been saves, there might have been deals, right? We don't know everything behind the curtain, but it certainly set up an interesting situation with half out, but could still pick up 1-1 and half alive. But if you lose the hedge, it doesn't mean you're guaranteed anything, but you got 3 left to cash. At that point, the value is 2.3 on the ticket. And meanwhile, how about in the Survivor? These 49 folks, these 49 entries, all of a sudden worth $450,000 plus.
There's a guy with
18 points.
Come on now.
What's that guy worth? $1.8 million, right?
This
With
guy's
his 4?
got 4. And he didn't have anyone available. He'd already burned all the top teams, and he used dogs.
Maybe by plan. Maybe it was all by.
Maybe
it was all by.
He couldn't wait to save Chicago.
I want 2 Chicago, a Cincinnati, and a Dallas.
I want to throw out an amazing stat that our team put together, and I'm sure Derek might mention this 1, 2, or 50 times in the next few weeks.
I think I already mentioned it, but go ahead.
Oh, you might have.
Go ahead.
don't want to kill that.
No,
I don't
go
want to
ahead.
kill. But the difference between last year,
Yes.
it was copacetic, right? Remember, we had the great period of tranquility after the first 5 weeks when 97% went out, and then it was just really pretty chalky. Remember, December was all favorites and favorites covering, but last year 54-54, this year 900-49.
So we have fewer people remaining than last year, and we had, 4,500 more people in?
Yeah, we had 846 more entries.
Oh, man.
But remember, 2 no picks.
Let's
Can we
back
talk
up.
about the no
let's back up to Wednesday. So number 1, he made his prop 4.5 teams selected. Every team was selected.
Bad odds maker.
You and I said 6.5, and we were wrong.
I admit I made a bad number.
Every team select, no problem. Every
made
team
a bad
selected.
number twice.
Then,
Paul got paid on 3-1. You needed 4-1.
So how about the 2 no pick? We didn't hear from one of them.
Yeah.
How about the one guy who complained and was upset? Take it away.
The other one wrote it was a well-written email to Jeff Benson. And he said, I'm here, I'm in town. I had no idea there was an extra selection that had to be made on Thanksgiving. I'm not on social media. I don't have Twitter. I cannot, in good conscience, subscribe to VSiN. How was I to know? And this is not right that I've been eliminated and I've never been given the information. Of course, Jeff Benson pointed out, and the rule set that everyone's given when they register, it clearly defines the picks and when they're due, as well as it's on the website. So it was a nice email. It wasn't hostile, but he felt aggrieved, and I thought Jeff Benson answered. The other person, we don't know. They might be in a coma. They might be in Clark County detention. Who knows?
Well,
those are the best 2 excuses.
Do you know this? The person that complained for missing the pick Do you know if he had played in Circus Survivor before,
No,
but
I'm
never,
sure he hadn't.
but never made it to Thanksgiving
Well,
weekend?
that's possible. I don't know. I have to, maybe we reach out to the guy and buy him dinner or something like that. I mean, you do feel bad. You came this far, right?
Do you feel bad after the guy insults you, though?
Well, he did not. Now, some of these people call Jeff Benson everything but a white man. This guy did not.
Oh, I thought he did.
said-
I
no,
thought-
How can
he
they
simply-
do that?
he simply-
How can this happen and they're mad at you?
He simply felt aggrieved. Well, Stormy's dad almost choked Derek out about the whole thing with the tie and the deadline. I mean, the guy was I had to get in between them. I mean, get rich with Rich. I mean, it was unbelievable. She might have. I thought, oh God, Stormy's going to blow her shot to be the #1 Ice Side reporter in ESPN, but she's still live there. So good for her. Good for her.
Well, here's the best part of the story. The guy who complained and I wasn't notified and all this, all he had left was underdogs.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep.
So he would have survived.
He would have survived.
He would have survived. That's the irony of life,
How
right?
about, how about
No-
that? One of the no picks by
One of the no
default.
picks had to have advanced. He
He
would have been one of 50
One of
left.
50. Yep.
He would have had 450,000 in value
How
if he'd have
sick is he?
known.
Well, as Derek always says, even if you're a local, get a proxy.
Even Brent
Yo,
Musburger on that limited budget always
That's
gets
right.
a proxy.
There you go. There you go. Oh,
So now we got to start looking at the teams that are still alive.
Availability.
Here.
We got to start
Availability,
looking at the matrices. This team. Finally, they got to do some work in this context.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
Also, there is this, right? For Grandissimo, now this is going to be probably a little complicated, but you guys are going to start paying them out a week from today.
yeah.
But everybody involved in every single one of these groups, they have to come at the same time.
Well, there's some nuance to that.
okay.
I mean, the person that owns the entry owns the entry. We don't know what percentage everybody has till they fill out the tax form.
Right.
But there's a specific tax form where you fill out, I had 22%, that's my tax liability. And we've gone through this for years with people that, multiple people that are bought into Survivor. They all have to be here at the same time because they all have to sign off on the form and get their money and then their tax liability. So like a group that has 10 or 9 or 8 or whatever, everybody has to come at one time and get paid. But we will pay as soon as Friday. I want to say this, though. Those 6 entries that were the winners of the original Grandissimo, they will be honored at that world-renowned check cashing ceremony on the Friday night of Wildcard Weekend hosted by somebody we know and love. And so maybe they don't want to come to January and collect the money. We're okay with that, too.
Are you?
You know what I mean? But if they want it, it's okay.
Yeah.
But
because it is a lot
the
of these
market's good right now, so we say, take your time, find the best flights. You don't have to pay extra for flights on short notice.
Oh, right. So they're getting all of a sudden, like within
Yeah.
1 week, I got to be in Vegas. Really?
No,
all of a
you
sudden?
don't have to rush out here.
Yeah,
We
right.
got the money for you. We're,
You'll hold it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the lines are going to be open here very soon. By the way,
They're going to put them up now within the next hour. They're going to come out with it because
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, because now it's time to
right.
repick.
All right, tough
well,
guy.
and that's
Where you
also
going with?
more credit lines coming though. I'm guessing, right?
Will
because
Case, I mean, the guy gets paid for 6 weeks of work each year. It's really just about the hedges. I mean, is that right?
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't, but
what do you have
effectively?
What do you have each ticket worth right now?
450 something, I thought was my calculation. I don't know. Maybe I had it wrong. But
380?
no,
Not 380?
no. What's the number? There's somebody in the studio that knows the exact number of 1.87. What is it, sir? The exact number of the pool. 187. Well, even if we put it at 7,
Let's do that.
divided by 49,
It's
it
around
should 385, something like
Around
that.
that neighborhood?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
one guy's got 4 of them. Incredible.
4 of them.
Who would you
That's
use?
nice.
You already
1.5 million.
You already used the Chargers. Who would you use?
I would pray to Jesus I had Seattle, who's going to beat your
Yeah.
Vikings by about
Yeah.
8 minutes. Brosmer might complete 32 passes for 86 yards on Sunday in that game.
Any consideration to Miami?
Everything's under consideration. It's all about availability,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
about availability at this point. I want to make this note as we close the week, and it was a terrific Thanksgiving week. We had Chef Lorraine on, and everybody enjoyed that. What we just witnessed in the Twin Cities is one of the best November NHL games you'll ever see. And the Wall of St. Paul, Jesper Wallstedt shocks the world and beats the Red Army Abs on their 11-game winning streak. They still haven't lost in regulation, 3-2 in a shootout. But if you were tuned into JVT today, we begged you, Wild plus 160 and under 6. So mark my words, Jesper Wallstedt, he's still 100-1 for Vezina. And oh, by the way, Sweden for gold in Italy.
Wow. Do you want to take any
Meanwhile,
wild?
Wedgwood's playing his way into the starting role in Canada, by the way. Thompson will never get it if Bennington continues to struggle.
I'm
gonna have dinner. I'm trying to have a private meeting with General Jim Montgomery when we go to kickoff. I'd like to have a few minutes with him. We can talk strategy. Since the Dubuque Fighting Saints days.
I love him.
Thanks, Maestro. We appreciate it.
Thanks for moving up in pocket.
Derek Stevens will be joining Matt Humans in the Friday Football Invitational coming up next.